JDev is back at it here, wishing everyone a very happy Thanksgiving. And what I wanted to do is I wanted to give thanks to all the people that subscribe to JDev TV, to all the people that take the time to like the videos that I put out there, to all the people that take the time to leave a comment on the videos that I put out there, and for the people that just take the time to actually watch the videos that I put out there. Now, you don't necessarily have to like, subscribe, and leave a comment to watch the video. So I appreciate any and all efforts when it comes to my videos. And the channel has gained quite a bit of traction, especially within the last 6 months. And I could foresee myself making this a full-time gig. It won't be now, and it probably won't be anytime soon, but maybe a year and a half to 2 years. If things keep picking up, I could see myself doing this on a full-time basis, which means I would make the content a lot better. It's hard to manage. I mean, this is kind of a full-time job. I would be able to put more than just, certain amount of hours a week into this to make the content look, as good as it can be, which I try to do, but sometimes the effort may not be there as far as editing and whatnot. I hate editing, but maybe that's something that I'll have to do going forward. So thank you all. Again, the channel's doing very well. The subscriber count is certainly going up there. It's hard to appease everybody though, but I'm trying my best to have a variety of different content on the channel. And then what I wanted to do is give thanks to all the YouTube channels that I listen or watch on a regular basis that may get me through some things, make my day go by, keep me from doing things I need to do because I'm so lost in YouTube. So I'm just going to give thanks in no particular order. I'm just going to break this down in categories of things that I watch on YouTube. The first one I start with may not be my favorite. It's in no particular order, but let's start this off. When I want my Chicago Bulls related content, which I've already mentioned this in my Chicago Bulls related videos, I want to thank Jamal at Bulls Central. He does a phenomenal job with his Chicago Bulls related content, and it shows with the people that he's got on his channel, like Casey Johnson and other people that are connected to the Chicago Bulls. It's awesome to see a growth of a channel, and he's had his channel for like a year-ish, and he already has 17,000 plus subscribers. Just think where he'll be for a year from now. He's really going far, and I expect really big things from Bulls Central. And then I also like the Locked On Bulls channel with Big Dave and Matt Peck. They've actually done collabs with Jamal on Bulls Central. Not all the time, but here and there. And it's good to see, two channels work with each other to give us the best content. It'd be nice if they worked together more, but hey, at least we get something. But Locked On Bulls, it's entertaining. Bulls Central would be my go-to, but certainly Locked On Bulls I'll listen to as well. Although I feel like there's too many advertisement plugs on that channel, which I get it, but it's annoying when there's like 3 or 4 in a video. But it's fine. You guys have got more subscribers than I have. You're making more money than I am. I'm not making any, so I get it. But again, thank you to Bulls Central and the Locked On Bulls. Also, if I could make an honorable mention, Crispy Flakes. The reason why I chose Crispy Flakes, every once in a while, I'll listen or watch the rebuilds or trades to rebuild a team, and he does Chicago Bulls related content. I would say probably 3 or 4 times a year, and it's interesting to hear that stuff. And every once in a while, I'll play NBA 2K and mess around with the rosters and try to rebuild a team, usually the Bulls, in fact, always the Bulls, and see what I could do with that. So all those channels, Chicago Bulls related content, I love it. Next up, we have horror related content, horror movies, anything related to horror. First, I want to thank Nick at the Lost River Drive-In. Now, I may not be an expert when it comes to horror. I don't watch nearly enough horror stuff. I'll watch it, but I just haven't. He watches, I would say, 70 to 80% of the stuff, if not more. And I can talk about Scream stuff. I can talk about Halloween. I can talk about Friday the 13th. I can talk about Saw. And then my knowledge is kind of not necessarily there. And I really appreciate the fact that he respects the knowledge that I do have. And it's great to see the channel grow. And also I want to thank Justin at Ryan 1988. Now, he normally is on other people's channels talking about horror, but every once in a while he does his own stuff. Typically, he just does what movies he bought for the month or week. but he definitely has horror knowledge, and he has a very awesome horror collection, and I certainly appreciate that, and I kind of envy the fact that you guys have such a big horror collection when I think, owning just the movies enough. But no, you got this edition, this edition, this edition, and this new edition. For some, not a lot, but for some, I do have multiple editions of that particular movie. But it's probably, we'll say 12 films at most when you have like 6 or 7 of each movie sometimes. So thank you guys. Also, Ken at Sledgehammer Horror. He's a really awesome guy. He does My First Horror Movie. He does live streams talking about horror stuff, rankings of different things horror related, and he does collabs with all these horror channels that I like myself, and it's really nice. And I'll typically message him here and there and communicate with him on a regular basis, as I do with Nick and Justin as well. And it's nice to have somebody there that it's like a like-minded person, somebody that I can talk to about things that I like, versus the people that I know that typically don't talk about that stuff all the time. And last, in my horror-related content, or horror-related stuff that I watch, I want to thank Kylie at Haunted Hippie. Does a lot of the same stuff. She's on live streams with Ken at Sledgehammer Horror, and it's just somebody that has kind of a different take on horror stuff, and somebody that has, that works in film, that, went to school for stuff related in film. And I like the videos that Kylie puts out there. So thank you to all of you when I need my horror movie fix, which typically for me is Scream-related content, and probably Friday the 13th, Halloween, and the Saw franchise. So thank you, Nick, Justin, Ken, and Kylie, for all your amazing horror-related content. Next up, every once in a while, I'll check out music reaction videos, and there's one channel that I go to for music reactions, and there's really no other channel that I need to go to. I'll make an honorable mention, though. No Life Shack. Whenever Eminem puts out a new album, I gotta see No Life Shack's reaction to it, and usually his reaction is awesome. So those are always fun, and this man came way up. He has over 2 million subscribers now. It's crazy how many subscribers he got when he lost a job and then just said, fuck it, I'm going to do YouTube full time. And I also like other reactions that he does, but mainly I'm checking out Eminem stuff, but I like a lot of stuff that person does. So No Life Shack, you're the best, man. And I guess I have to give honorable mention to Crypt, who is a rapper himself, and he and No Life Shack obviously communicate here and there. He does just as good of content as No Life Shack. Maybe the subscriber count isn't as high, but certainly if you're looking for a music reaction, I would check out either one of those channels. They're pretty awesome. Next up on my list that I have is the channels that talk about The Walking Dead. Specifically, Trev at Trev's Chan 2, first YouTube channel I subscribed to. I held out for a long time. I didn't subscribe to any channels because I didn't necessarily at the time want to be connected to anything, but I liked the Walking Dead content that Trev had put out. Now, he doesn't do as much as he used to. He's kind of fallen off, but he still is there. He's still a force in the Walking Dead YouTube community, and he's a great guy. Up in Canada, go Trev, you're the best, man. One day I'd like to do a collab with Trev if he's not busy. I think that would be really cool. So Trev at Trev's Chan 2 for his Walking Dead content. In addition to that, we have Movie Idol. Forrest at Movie Idol, who I've seen his channel grow and grow and grow, and he's really the one that puts out the Walking Dead content. And I just like to listen to it, typically when I'm working out, as kind of background noise to fill me in on anything that I miss Walking Dead related. So thank you for all the hard work and all the uploads that you do. Also, when it's Walking Dead stuff, I got to thank Knockbro Nation. Jarrell and Josh at Knockbro Nation, they do a really good job reviewing and reacting to Walking Dead episodes. And I certainly, as a reactor myself, or as somebody that does reviews, I should say, I do appreciate that. So, Trev, Forrest, Jarrell, and Josh, thank you for all your efforts when it comes to The Walking Dead. Next up, I want to talk about the reaction channels that may react to different shows that I watch. First, I got to mention the Normies. The Normies, it's a lot of different people connected to the Normies that do reaction videos for shows like The Walking Dead, Game of Thrones, Breaking Bad. It's a lot of stuff. They've reacted to movies. They react to Lost, and I love the Lost reactions, by the way. So special shout out to the Normies, specifically Serge, Renna, Nikki, Chris, Pat, Mikey, Marquetta, and everybody else connected to the Normies. It's hard to name you all because there's a lot of people connected with that particular channel. I appreciate the content. It's a lot of work, and hard work pays off. Next up, we have Jessica at Seska Says. This woman has some amazing reactions, and sometimes I think the reactions are staged, but they're not. But her Game of Thrones reactions, her Walking Dead reactions, they were awesome. They still are awesome. But I mean, wow, what reactions to see on the Game of Thrones content, and the reactions for the Walking Dead content, and the screams that you get when something happens that surprises Jessica. So I appreciate it, and keep doing the awesome reactions on YouTube. And next up for reactions, I want to thank Nikki and Steve. Now, they do a lot of different stuff. They've reacted to Walking Dead, Game of Thrones. They're reacting to Dexter, and I must say the Normies just started reacting to Dexter, the Dexter New Blood stuff. I appreciate great reactions to great episodes of television, and Nikki and Steve React certainly give awesome reactions, especially all those particular shows, and there's a lot more on the channel. Those are just the ones that I watch on a regular basis, so thank you for your great reactions. Next up are two channels that kind of cover a little bit of everything. Number one would be Cody Leach. At Cody Leach. That's the channel, Cody Leach. Cody Leach does a variety of topics on YouTube, from ranking videos to review videos to reaction videos to, music stuff to gaming stuff. And I really enjoy his content, his horror movie content, which I could classify him as a horror channel, but he does so much more that I had to put a little bit of everything for his channel. He does this series called 31 and 31, where they take 31 movies that are kind of connected, and then they rank all of them. Like one time it was all the Friday the 13th, all the Halloweens, all the Nightmares, and all the Screams, when there was only 31 total of them, which now the number has increased because of Halloween Kills. And he just ranked all those movies in order from 31st place to first. And I think that's really awesome. And I'm going to ask him if that's okay that I do that for my channel, just to see if I could do it, which means I'd have to watch all the movies if I haven't watched them already. But I would rewatch them for the project. And I think that would be interesting. Obviously, my editing is nowhere near Cody Leach's, but hey, I try. So thank you, Cody Leach. I love your Dexter content. I love all your Breaking Bad stuff. Hopefully, Cody will take the time to watch Walking Dead or finish watching Walking Dead and rank that particular series. I like his content about Halloween. I like his content regarding Friday the 13th. And there's a lot. I'm forgetting stuff. I know it. And all his movie collection video, which thank you, during his video of all the titles that he has, which was a lot, and the video was a long video, he recommended the TV series Banshee during that video. I heard it, watched it, and loved it. So thank you, Cody Leach, for all your great content, and it just keeps on coming, and congratulations on going to YouTube full-time. Next up, very similar to Cody Leach, somebody that does a wide variety of different things, Sean Chandler Talks About, and his other channel, Sean Chandler Plus. He does a lot of review videos, he does a lot of ranking videos, sometimes he does the 31 and 31 stuff. He's a very entertaining guy. He did a movie collection video, which took a long time. I watched all that as well, and I just enjoy Sean Chandler. for his content, for his opinions. And I certainly can give both of those guys credit where credit is due, because they put out a lot of content, and it's not easy to keep just putting videos out there and putting videos out there. So, Sean Chandler, thank you for all the time that you give on YouTube, and we definitely appreciate that. Another thing that I watch on YouTube, not often, but it's depending on what month it is, fantasy football related content. And the only fantasy football channel that I pay attention to would be BDGE, the Big Dogs Gotta Eat, Nick Ercolano. He starts every video or eventually says, "What's cracking, big dogs? We're back. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the headquarters, BDGE." What great content that Nick Ercolano puts out there. He puts a lot of work and a lot of dedication into fantasy football related content. Breaks down a bunch of different criteria. And I must say, while I can hold my own in fantasy when it comes to the players that are already in the league, the fantasy football related content really helps me when it comes to rookies, people that are going to the NFL. I'm not a fan of college football. I never have been. I don't know why that is, because typically people like college and not the pros. But it's definitely helps me scout rookies when I just don't have time to do it myself. So there's a lot of things that Nick Ercolano and the people at BDGE do, but I appreciate the efforts that you give. And the last subject on this video would be bear videos. Now, when I'm down or when I'm bored, there's nothing that makes me more happier than clicking on Patrick Conley and seeing bears just hang out on his porch or eat bird seed from the bird feeder that's on his porch. He has a bear family, the mom, Simone, and her two cubs, Milo and Luca, just hanging out on his porch. They're not a threat. I think they think he's part of the family, or they probably are weirded out when he's not hanging out on his porch. But I absolutely love these videos showing these amazing creatures, just how they live. Since I was a kid, I always had an infatuation with bears, and seeing this YouTube channel and seeing, he doesn't feed them. He talks to them like they're human beings. Sometimes he yells at them every once in a while, and it's just hilarious, some of the things that happen in those videos. And it was just adorable when the mom when they were little small cubs, to the porch, essentially to show Uncle Patrick, hey, I've got some children now. I feel that that's what the mom did. So these are all the channels that I watch on a regular basis or listen to on YouTube. If you have any thoughts about these channels, make sure you leave them in the comments section. If you were a fan of this video, go ahead and smash the like button. If there's anybody that you would know that would be interested in this, or if you want to share this across all your social media platforms, please do so. I'm not asking you to do that, but if you did that, that would be awesome. And let me know that you're doing that so I can give you a proper shout out. And then comment with your thoughts. What are your top 3 channels that I named, if there are 3 that you watch on a regular basis that I talked about? And last but certainly not least, like I talked before, I want to grow the channel. I would love to do this full time. It's not going to be easy, but I need your help to do that. So don't forget to smash that like button. In addition to, don't forget to hit that sub button. Subscribe to the channel, join the team, show your damn support, and be a part of something special. And of course, JDev will return.